That's the more cash you can skip the kiss of the ring.
Honor of presenting the President of the United States.
Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker, members of the Senate, of the House of Representatives, yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The United States was at peace with that nation, and at the solicitation of Japan, was still in conversation with its government and its emperor, looking toward the maintenance of peace in the Pacific. Indeed, 1 hour after Japanese air squadrons had commenced bombing in the American island of Oahu, the Japanese ambassador to the United States and his colleague delivered to our Secretary of State a formal reply to a recent American message. And while this reply stated that it seemed useless to continue the existing diplomatic negotiations, it contained no threat or hint of war or of armed attack. It will be recorded that the distance of Hawaii from Japan makes it obvious that the attack was deliberately planned many days or even weeks ago. During the intervening time, the Japanese government has deliberately sought to deceive the United States by false statements and expressions of hope for continued peace. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. In addition, American ships have been reported torpedoed on the high seas between San Francisco and Honolulu. Yesterday, the Japanese government launched an attack against Malaya. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Hong Kong. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Guam. Last night, Japanese forces attacked the Philippine Islands. Last night, the Japanese attacked Wake Island. And this morning, the Japanese attacked Midway Island. Japan has therefore undertaken a surprise offensive extending throughout the Pacific area. The facts of yesterday and today speak for themselves. The people of the United States have already formed their opinions and well understand the implications to the very life and safety of our nation. As Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, I have directed that all measures be taken for our defense, but always will our whole nation remember the character of the onslaught against us.
We actually do have a couple of people here today that were here during the attack, witnessed it on this airport. The ramp that you're standing on right now is the actual spot that this actually happened. Across the street, we can't see it because of these kiawe trees that are in the way, but across the street is civilian housing that was also kind of attacked by by being next door to a military air station. So right now I'm going to read the names of the people killed on December 7th from this area, and then it'll be followed by taps. Sgt William E. Lutschan, United States Marine Corps, killed in action December 7th, 1941. Sgt Karolo Micheletta, killed in action, United States Marine Corps, 1941, December 7th. Private First Class George Turner, Private First Class Edward Steven Lawrence, killed in action December 7th, defending this ramp. Civilians Francisco Tacderan and 6-year-old Lillian Oda next door, in the neighborhood next door, lost their lives December 7th, 1941. A moment's silence. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Reverend Dr. Tom Fujita, who's from the EWA Community Church, which was here actually on December 7th, 1941. The building's still there, and there's still a community attending services there on Sundays. Reverend Fujita, could you please come?